All right, the Detroit Lions finally get some positive trade news. I think you're going to like this one, but I'll need your help in the comments for sure. But let me know in the comments what other Detroit sports team is your favorite right now. Pistons doing good. Red Wings doing good. Tigers, can't wait to kind of see them get going. So, like, remember the old April and the D back when all our teams were pretty good? Like, we're going to have a real, like, April and the D plus draft. So let me know in the comments kind of where it ranks for you. Lions 1, Pistons. For me, it's Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Tigers. But I don't know. It's all changed here recently as things have gotten, all the teams have gotten better. I have to think about that more. But, okay, here we go. We know about Myles Garrett, and it's like, oh, come on, I don't think that's real. And then you've got Cooper Kupp, and it's like, all right, it's fun to talk about. Actually, this is a real one. This one just came in, and it's great. Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals, and you can see that Bleacher Report is saying that Gary Davenport suggests that the Bengals should do this, and you'd get a 2025 second-round pick and a 2026 third-round pick. I'm going to tell you why this is really interesting here in just a second, but Hendrickson and Hutchinson would be a phenomenal duo on the edge. The Lions have salary cap space to make an extension for Hendrickson work. Here's why: because the Bengals are all out of sorts. I mean, seriously, they're just not a good franchise, not well run. They just happen to have an extremely good quarterback who's helped them, but it's hard for a really good quarterback to not make the playoffs. That's what Joe Burrow, what happened to him. So anyway, bad franchise, trying to get rid of a player, or they're cheap. So it'd be a great opportunity to scoop in and take them. Here's why this is going on. You look at the Lions mock draft. PFF does a mock draft. Just recently, this just came out, a full 7-rounder. And here's what you see: corner, and then second round picks, and the 4th round pick, edge. What does that mean? Well, it just shows that everyone sees it. We see it as well. Aiden Hutchinson coming back after a bad injury. Davenport, I don't know what they're going to do with him. We still don't have the defensive end thing figured out. And it would just be really nice to just draft somebody or get this figured out, trade for somebody. So it's like, okay, that trade actually makes sense for Trey Hendrickson. It looks like clearly we're going to be drafting for somebody. But here's what the problem is PFF went out and ranked each team by their offseason assets, meaning cap space, draft capital. And I think you'll find this interesting. I certainly did. Is like, you look at draft capital. This is showing where you're at in the first round versus, how many picks you have in each round, where you're placed. So you look at the top, there's the Browns. It's like, all right, we're the Lions. Oh, man, 31st. Don't have a lot of picks. And when we do, we're in the back of the draft. We made the playoffs. And so we don't have that many picks, nor do we have very valuable picks. So we don't want to be getting rid of them. So this Trey Hendrickson trade could be a little bit more difficult than maybe we want it to be. Next thing is you look at cap space. And here the Lions are down in the bottom right corner. And so it's like effective cap space, good. So here's where the old Patriots are. And then you want to be in the bottom right corner because this y-axis is the restructure potential, meaning, hey, we got a lot of cap space. So like the Falcons have a lot of cap space. The Jets have a pretty good amount of cap space, but they also owe a lot of people, and they're going to have to do a lot of restructuring, and they're going to have to do a lot of extensions, and it's just problems up here. So you kind of want to be in this bottom right quadrant of things. And so the Lions are in good space there. So that's good, and that's why this Trey Hendrickson thing could be a possibility. So all said and done, they kind of combine the rankings, and you've got true cap space. So you want to be on the right. You want to be on the top right of this. Hold on. You want to be on the top right of this graph. Raiders. This is the combined of cap space and draft capital. So we've got cap space, but our draft capital is not good, and it's low down here with the Vikings. So again, there's a few different things we can look at when we look at that, but it's just interesting to see. So the good news is finally we have something to talk about when it comes to a defensive end that we could go out versus drafting or picking up a free agent. Free agent defensive ends just aren't great. So it's like, okay, at least there's a potential there. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. So let's go back to the mock draft, and here's some things that you'll see. If we go back to the mock draft, a couple things. Corner, pick number 28, Siobhan Revel. He tore his ACL. Oh, jeez. You got to be kidding me. I didn't even see this the first time around. So PFF just messing with us here. He tore his ACL in September. So here's the thing with the injured guys. I'm like, we're clearly over that as Lions fans. Fully understood the strategy. Loved the strategy early on. Getting guys, cheaper with ACL injuries, picking them up. I thought that was a really good strategy to try to build a team that was way down in the dumps. We're not there anymore. It's win now, number one. And two, it's just a sore spot. Injuries, let's not invite any more injuries than we already have. So don't like that. But then Josiah Stewart and Joyner out of Minnesota, defensive ends, and go back-to-back there. I love it. That's kind of a Brad Holmes thing, likes going back-to-back. Now, they don't have the third-round pick in here that we're expected to get as a comp pick for Aaron Glenn leaving, a minority leaving to become a head coach that was with us for more than 2 years. There's some stipulations that we absolutely are going to get that. So huge to get a third-round pick in there is going to really change things. Let's look at a couple other things here. Guard Dylan Fairchild out of Georgia. Love that. Love that. And then the 7th round, you just throw some flyers out there. But interior offensive line is an absolute must. Like, come on. I mean, really, outside of Penei Sewell, I'm a little concerned about the offensive line. Just it's aging. And Graham Glasgow struggling. Taylor Decker regressing. And it's like, well, Zeitler's 35. Probably won't be back. I don't know. It could be. But it's just like we got to find some things to get some offensive linemen in here. Mahogany's going to be good, but let's keep building that. And remember the guy we drafted last year in the 4th round that just basically had a redshirt year? Manu. I don't know. Is he good? We haven't seen anything of him. So, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, let me know your ranking of Detroit sports teams right now. They're all doing well. It's awesome. That changed in a hurry. We were all doing really bad there for a while. And that's why I like the Lions so much, because the other teams were not even doing anything. But everyone's kind of having some success, so it's really nice. So let me know your thoughts, and we'll see all of you on the next one.